Shalom, Akim, it's your brother Samak. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and double honor to the elders and apostles which are a great millstone. And peace and blessings to all you brothers out there laboring in this truth, all right? Now, I've been trying to make this video for a little bit, but Satan keep hopping on my phone. But, I'm just going into, how, we're subject unto these payments, man, in society. We constantly, hurting, man. We live in check to check. Brothers got bills down, drowning in bills and in debt, man. It's just something that one of the punishments that we have to go through and that we have to suffer in this life. Personally, man, this shit is tough, man. Especially if, in the world prior to coming to the truth, you kind of was living a life that, you necessarily won't live when you come into the truth, Like, if I had a personal testament, it's like, I had expensive car note, I made a fair amount of money before coming to the truth, but, I was still living at home, racked up in credit card debt, had expensive car note, had all these different things on finance and, shit, just complete nonsense, man. Shit you do when you in the world and you have no understanding and desire of anything, you don't have no purpose for your money. You just desire to get anything under the sun, when you're a consumer, and then coming into the truth teaches you to be a little more frugal with your money. It teaches you to value, not necessarily to value the things you have, but it teaches you value of things, things that don't really matter, the things you should be spending your money on, and really how you should be spending your money, But I'm going to read Deuteronomy 28:16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. And it says, cursed shall thy basket in thy store, because we're cursed in these cities, man. You got Jake that's just swarming in debt, man, They're quick to give us a car loan, quick to give us student loans. Jake go to school for 2 years, 3 years, rack up $60,000, $70,000 in student loan debt and don't even graduate, man. Or fail, or he do graduate and has $100,000 of debt and he come out making $30,000, $40,000 a year before taxes, you spend $100,000 to make a job to earn $40,000 before taxes, This is the system that Esau has set up primarily for our people, man. Because Esau got access to all the grants and scholarships and programs, man. Not even just that, man, just fucking generational wealth that, that they teach down to their families, especially Elam, man. I personally know Elam, Elamites that, they pay for their schooling or they strive and push their kids to get scholarships to where they get, 90% of their tuition paid via scholarships and grants, Esau will give these different programs and grants to, all other nations that come to the country, except for Israelites, man, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We get the short end of the stick on all things, man. We got the highest interest rates on anything that we have to pay monthly. We get the highest medical health insurance, the highest car insurance, everything, man. And it's sickening. I'm gonna get another precept. I'm gonna get Leviticus 26:20. Now this is talking about, this is really saying about the field, but you can take this scripture and you can use this and apply it to today, and it makes perfect sense. It says, and your strength shall be spent in vain. Yeah, because our strength is spent in vain. We work with our hands and our minds 8, 10, 12 hours a day, sometimes longer than that, 5, 6 days a week. Some brothers working 7 days a week, damn near. Some brothers work 6 days a week and got to work 14-hour shifts, overnights, then wake up in the morning just to be able to pay their damn bills, man. Some brothers got to work crazy. They might make a little bit more money, but they still got crazy amount of bills, man. Because rent, It's expensive as hell. Depending on where you live in Philadelphia, average rent is like $1,000 a month, $1,200 to live in a decent neighborhood in a decent home. If you can, you don't gotta live in a shitty gutter rat neighborhood, man. If you can, move somewhere where you living in a decent neighborhood. We don't gotta deal with niggas all day. Still going to deal with the same BS that still go on in the city because you live in the city, but you can reduce the amount of niggerdom that goes on in certain neighborhoods. You know. It says, and your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the land yield her fruits. Like I said, you take the scripture and you look at it and apply it to modern day. Our strength is spent in vain. And your land shall not hear increase because you work all these hours but really don't make any money because you're just pretty much robbed and spoiled, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back to Deuteronomy 28, and I'm gonna go to the 30th verse or the 38th verse. But yeah, brothers is just laboring in vain, doing all this work. You got some brothers that are actual laborers, man. Do construction, demolition, carpentry. You know, they're not the carpenters, but they're working under the carpenters. You got some Jake that, like I said, you got some brothers in this truth that's doing eye for themselves, man. You know, just doing eye for themselves. But you got a lot of brothers that's, really living check to check, not really doing too good. Some brothers might be in bad situations because of decisions they've made prior to coming to the truth, like myself. But it's all about the get back, man. That's what it's about. This is Deuteronomy 20 and 38. It says, "Thou shalt carry much seed out in the field, and shalt gather but little in, for locusts shall come and shall consume it." So like you chopped and screwed that. Locusts shall consume it. Yeah, man, because you work a lot. You always putting in time and hours into work, but you only getting a little bit out of it, man. You get paid $15 an hour, $10 an hour, $8 an hour, minimum wage, right? You can say you get a job that pay you $15 an hour. You'll be in a building 10 hours straight. So basically, what you're saying is that my time is only worth $15. I'm only worth $15 an hour. It's foolish, man. It's 60 minutes in an hour. I'm not even worth $1 a minute. It's basically what you're saying, man. you know, that's the Esau system. Like, you're not even worth $1 a minute. And then at that, they make you wait 2 weeks before you even get your pay. That's not how it's supposed to be. The scriptures say, if I'm not mistaken, it talks about how you work and you get your day's pay, your daily bread. You're supposed to get paid for your day's work, man. That's the way it's supposed to be. If I work 8 hours for you and my pay is supposed to be, let's just say, $15 an hour, then I should be getting 15. I'm not going to do the math in my head. I don't feel like it, but you're supposed to get that pay. $100 something dollars a day. If you work 10 hours and you make $12 an hour, you're supposed to get $120 at the end of the day. And then these devils, like it says, "For a locust shall consume it." You look at modern terms, man. Them locusts, that's the government, man. That's them taking federal taxes, state taxes, city taxes. Now, when you go into the Constitution, the United States Constitution, it even says that it's illegal for a foreign or private entity to tax your wages. Only a city or a state can technically tax your wages because you live in that state. If you look at the state and city tax, man, Philadelphia city tax is like 2.5%, 3%. State tax is like 2%. So between state and city, you're looking at 5% taxes. But then when you go into federal withholding, which is the IRS, the federal government, which is a private owned entity, and it's illegal as hell when it to the Constitution. But Esau makes laws to break laws and finds a way to finesse this up into every situation to profit. They damn near taking 25%. You look at your check, it'll be $10 from the state, $8, $20 from the city or whatever, and then the federal government be like $120 out your check, $200. It's fucking murder, man. It's literally like robbery and theft, man. These devils, man. These devils gotta go because Just their whole system is completely sickening, man. Their whole system is sickening. I'm gonna get Haggai 1:6. You know? It says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put in a bag with holes." And that's how it is for the Israelites, man. And shit, not even just the Israelites, man. A lot of society and the people in the world, man, because they're under Esau's rulership. Proverbs 29:2. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, you know. So the people are in a state of mourning, you know, Israelites, of course, being the worst because we have to go more than just financial depression. We go through society system. You know, we go through society depression, man. We go through systematic depression. You know, we in all the ghettos. We in all the jails. We're the first fired, last hired. You know what I'm saying? Like we always get the short end of the stick of everything, man. You know, and not only that, and then within our communities, in our households, we don't get taught in our schools, you know, our communities, we don't get taught you know, how to generate wealth. You know, we don't teach our children about taxes. We don't teach our children about credit. We don't teach our children about you know, saving and budgeting and, you know, managing your finances, your money, you know, how to survive, how to shop and how to cook and how not to spend money on this, how to, you know, we don't teach our children moderation. You know, we live in a generation in a time where everyone just splurges, man. Just spend, spend, spend. You spend money on everything. You got freaking meal plan things for just regular people, not even workout people, regular people that will order all their meals online, get them shipped to my house, put it in the microwave, and that's how they eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We live in a lazy, sick, slothful society. People don't want to cook. People don't know how to, don't want to work. Nothing, man. It's crazy. And then I'm going to get another precept in Baruch 3:8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse." Because that's what we are, man. A reproach and a curse, man, because we supposed to be the kings of the earth, man. We supposed to be the kings and princesses of the earth. But you got our men all fagged out, you know, all sodomite out, all simple and effeminate, man, beta males, you know. And then you got our women all fucking bugged out, man. Whores and sluts and prostitutes, man. And fucking just disgusting, man. You know. It says, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers which departed from the Lord our God. Yeah, all the iniquities of our forefathers, man. You know, and us coming back into, you know, regeneration, man. You know, we're suffering from those curses for all of our iniquities, man. But this is our last captivity, man. That's why, hey, you brothers in the truth, man, listen, learn the necessities to life, you know, budget your money, and, you know, look, get out of this. We live in a financing society. Listen, if you can't afford to buy it in full, just don't buy it, man. You know, I can understand if you don't have a lot, you know, that you're paying for monthly, and you can afford to add a little $30, $40 a month. Cool, do what you got to do. But listen, with interest, if you're going to do it, if you got $700, you're trying to buy a new phone or whatever, like if, let's say you want a higher end phone, little iPhone, $700. Listen, if you can buy it interest free for 24 months, just put half of the money down and put the other half in another month or two and get the thing paid off, man. It's not worth it. Don't rack up on just a bunch of 20, 30, 15, 50, $60 a month. That shit adds up. Next thing you know, you'll be six, seven, $800 a month that you're paying for and just nonsense, man. You know, listen, you get your place to stay, you get you a little car. If you can afford to buy a car full cash, Hey, Yahweh bless you, man. For that, you don't need a car note. You got a good working, good condition car, nice little car. Do what you gotta do. You got that. You got your internet. You got your phone bill, and that's really the necessities, man. Of course, utilities and stuff like that. But other than housing and your car note or your car insurance, whatever, you got your phone bill, and your internet bill. Those are the two key things outside of anything else, man. You know, and now if you're a brother that like to work out, you got your little gym membership, whatever. You got little different things, but you got iPods, iPads, earpods, and tablets and stuff all financing, man. You just decide you want to you got credit cards racked up. You take a trip, put everything on your credit card, now you're racking up interest. You know what I mean? It's nonsense, man. Listen, be smart, be wise, man, because at the end of the day, that's what this truth teaches you. It teaches you to be frugal. It teaches you to be humble and really to understand what is the purpose of your money. Because it's going to come a time we're going to own and we're going to inherit everything. We're going to have everything. We ain't going to have to pay for it because it's ours, man. Back in the ancient world, we did things, we built things, and we owned it, man. We had land and we owned it. We didn't have to pay taxes on our land. We had land and we owned it, and we grew our land and grew our wealth, And that's what it is, Lord willing, this video, it's edifying to you brothers and you sisters. Shalom.